Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Skype is a massive cunt and decided not to record this week's recording of the show between myself, Moses, and our guests, Cypher and DC Daniel Crimmins. So, this week's episode will consist purely of the pre-recorded show recaps and then, of course, Ring of Games in the second half. And I'm just going to add 150 points to Skype on the bell-end board. I understand Skype is closing down in May. I can't wait, you utter cunt. Kicking off TNA Impact last week was Masha Slamovich as she addressed Cora Jade at Sacrifice. She says she'll defend her title against anyone, anytime, anywhere, and out comes everybody's favourite, okay, maybe not so favourite, Tessa Blanchard, to take back what belongs to her. Slamovich tries to respond but is attacked from behind by NXT's JC Jane. After they're broken up by security, Santino Marella gives Jane a chance to fight and books her in a match with Slamovich next week, and Blanchard will be banned from ringside. Backstage, Santino Marella then questions Ariana Grace whether or not she knew about JC Jane's appearance. Grace says she knew nothing and the only surprise she knows of is the same one that is later in the show. Confusing. The Rascals defeat the Northern Armory as they hit Travis Williams with Feed Him to the Lions, and after the match, Eric Young and the Northern Armory tried to surround the Rascals, but Ace Austin hits the ring with a steel chair and chases them off to make the save. Backstage with Gia Miller, Zaya Brookside talks about her recent issues with Rosemary. Rosemary appears on the monitor and asks Brookside if she's finally starting to understand, and dares Brookside to meet her in the ring later tonight to get her revenge. There's a first class segment, but at least it's interrupted by none other than Chavo Guerrero. AJ Francis tells him if he wanted the second best Guerrero, he would have called Dominic. Chavo says the verdict is still out on whether Dominic is a Guerrero or not, and says that Dominic's mother got around and Eddie was a good looking guy. Frankie Kazarian comes out to join First Class, but Laredo Kid and Octagon Jr. make the save. Chavo then challenges First Class to a 6-man tag next week. Mike Santana defeated Mustafa Ali as Mustafa Ali walked out on the match and got himself counted out. Gia Miller tries to confront him after the match and he says he didn't run away from Mike Santana, he conquered him. Ryan and Nick Nemeth come to the ring and call the Hardys frauds. Leon Slater confronts them. He tries to take them both on but ends up eating a super kick from Nick Nemeth. Zaya Brookside and Li Ying Lee defeat Rosemary and Savannah Evans as Li Ying Lee hits Savannah Evans with Thunderstruck. And the Elegances celebrate their Knockouts Tag Team title win at Sacrifice, but they're interrupted by NXT's Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, also looking for a shot at the titles. Spitfire then interrupt, who say they are contractually obligated to a rematch for the titles, which brings out Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. Ash by Elegance slaps Gigi Dolan, which leads to a big brawl with all four teams, and in the main event, Joe Hendry and Elijah defeat the System as Joe Hendry hit Brian Myers with a standing ovation. And now it's time to recap the smack. Randy Orton opens SmackDown, but he's interrupted by Kevin Owens. Owens says Orton didn't deserve a piledriver, but Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn did. Owens wants Orton to forgive him and so that they can both move on. He believes they should focus on WrestleMania and become tag team champions. Orton says Owens can take his half-hearted apology and shove it directly up his ass. He's glad Owens dropped him on his head because now he hears the voices again, and at WrestleMania, he's going to kick Owens' head clean off his shoulders. Damian Priest and Jimmy Uso defeat Shinsuke Nakamura and Drew McIntyre, very random tag match, as Priest hits Shinsuke with South of Heaven, and after the match, Drew McIntyre lays out Priest with a Claymore. Backstage, LA Knight gives Braun Strowman his support in his match with Jacob Fatu, but Strowman informs Knight that Nick Aldis has made it a number one contenders match for Knight's US Championship. We get a split screen interview between Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton, which unfortunately Charlotte's smug ass comes off better as Tiffany tries to hold her own. Braun Strowman defeats Jacob Fatu by DQ as Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa attacked Braun Strowman. After the match, Jacob didn't look pleased with the actions of his brothers, but eventually joined in the beatdown on Strowman before LA Knight and Strowman cleared the ring. Backstage with Kathy Kelly, Liv Morgan is sour that Jade Cargill let her take the fall for the attack, and also with Naomi for her actions. Also backstage, there's tension with the Team U bloodline as Solo Sikoa argues with a furious Jacob Fatu. Piper Niven defeats Zelina Vega thanks to interference from Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. Backstage with Kelly, Jade Cargill responds to Liv Morgan and looks forward to teaching her a lesson and then dealing with Naomi. A mysterious 4 vignette appears which may or not hint at the impending return of Aleister Black. Liv Morgan defeats Jade Cargill with Oblivion after Naomi hits Jade with a tag title, and after the match Naomi continues the attack on Jade. The Street Profits celebrate becoming tag team champions in the ring before they're interrupted by Legado del Fantasma looking to end their early reign. They're then interrupted by Pretty Deadly as the number one contenders. Montez Ford then challenges Legado to a non-title match. Another vignette airs for Rey Fenix, who is reportedly on his way to SmackDown. Street Profits then defeat Los Garza as Ford hits a frog splash on Angel. We see Paul Heyman arriving at the venue all by himself. DIY kiss up to Pretty Deadly backstage and then are mocked by the Motor City Machine Guns, and in the final segment, Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman, addresses CM Punk screwing him at the Royal Rumble and Seth Rollins trying to kill him at the Rumble, and that's why he came for revenge on them both. Rollins interrupts and says Reigns should have let him finish Punk off when he had the chance. CM Punk finally arrives and lashes out at both of them before thanking Heyman for delivering Roman to him on a silver platter tonight. Reigns then turns to look at Heyman as Punk attacks him from behind with the microphone, leading to a giant brawl between all three, which Reigns gets the best of and points to the Mania sign, presumably confirming this as a triple threat. Switching gears to AEW now, it is time for the Collision Course.
We're swerving on that course called the Collision Course. I don't know why that rhymes so well. It's so early in the morning, the brain's just clicking. So let's hop right on in to said Collision Course. The AEW Trios Championships were on the line. The Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac defeated the team of Top Flight and AR Fox. Leo Rush and Action Andrade attacked Top Flight after the match because, that's what they do. They're cowardly like this. In an interview, Adam Cole makes it clear he wants a rematch for the TNT Championship. Against the TNT Champion Daniel Garcia. Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong send a message to FTR as well. Hopefully they listen to that one. Backstage, the AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada comments on his recent weeks. Then we go right back to the ring and we get Bandito defeating Johnny TV. Where has Johnny TV been? Why is this guy just... the roster, the roster is ridiculously bloated. I say it every week. Bandito then calls out Chris Jericho, as he should, and the Learning Tree. He demands that he has Gravity's mask back. Jericho says he can't have it, and then he puts it on because he's a jerk. That's what Jericho does. He then continues to mock Bandito and his family. Bandito then punches Jericho, fights off Big Bill and Brian Keith. Bandito then escapes with Gravity's mask in hand. Also, during this break segment, Chris Jericho went viral, arguing with basically like a 9-year-old in the crowd. And this thing is still going on today. This is another kid, just like the John Cena incident, where this kid's gonna go to like WrestleCon for the next 7 years and be known. So, good for him. Backstage, the AEW Women's Champions Toni Storm sends a message to Bane and says that she will cut the head off of Megasis. I think that's like a play on words for, it's making Bane, but Toni Storm is the best. No question what Toni Storm's saying. Harley Cameron gets a dub against a Jahoob. I'm not going to say that name. Something Belmont, but it's a Jahoob. Don Callis speaks backstage and comments on Kyle Fletcher's loss at AEW Revolution. He teases that they have big plans for Fletcher. Fletcher then walks up and says his rivalry with Will Ospreay changed him. He says that he will be at AEW Dynamite and he will make clear what's next for him. Then we get the Los Titans del Irara. The fucking Titans, Air Titans, really? The Titans of the Air. This is the fucking dumbest name I've ever heard. Hologram and Commander against the Beast Mortas, defeating the team of the Beast Mortas and Dralistico. We're getting some fucking crazy AAA Lucha Libre action on some Collision. Stop missing Collision and let's switch it over. Let's take it off because it's time to go in Raw.
John Cena opened up Raw and got another verbal bashing from the crowd, this time in Glasgow. Cena again runs down the fans and calls them horrible people. He reflects on how they've always abused him and vows to erase Ric Flair's name as he wins his 17th World Championship. Finally, Cody Rhodes interrupts again and blasts Cena back before laying down the title and daring him to take it, but Cena walks out and Cody promises he will leave WWE empty-handed. The Usos reunite and defeat A-Town Down Under with a 1D. After the match, Gunther attacks Jimmy. Jay makes a save but trips when going for a spear, which seems planned, allowing Gunther to retaliate before Jimmy runs him off with a chair. Another week of Judgment Day drama backstage, blah blah blah. Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio try to tell Adam Pearce that El Grande Americano is Gable. We're not saying his first name on this show anymore. Gable shows up sick and says it's not him. He hands Pearce a note from his doctor to say he cannot compete and that maybe Dragon Lee should face El Grande Americano instead. Lyra Valkyria defeated Raquel Rodriguez, countering a powerbomb into a roll-up to retain the Intercontinental title. Liv Morgan then attacks Lyra after the match as Bayley makes the save. Backstage, Jimmy Uso gives Jay a pep talk, then walks right up to Gunther, challenges him to a match next week, and slaps the ever-loving shit out of him. Adam Pearce then tries to solve all the drama over the Women's Championship and informs Rhea Ripley that she will get her rematch against Io Sky next week, with the winner defending against Bianca at WrestleMania. They eventually begin brawling, ending with Bianca Belair dumping Io over the top rope with a KOD onto Rhea Ripley. Backstage, Dominic tries to recruit Penta to the Judgment Day. The New Day then demand the tag team title shot at WrestleMania. Adam Pearce tells them to come back to him when they're ready to ask for a match next week. Bianca Belair then storms in, says she wants to know who she's facing at WrestleMania. Adam Pearce tells her she'll be the special referee in the title match between Io and Rhea next week. A masked man who is definitely not Gable, wearing the American-made lucha mask, is announced as El Grande Americano and defeats Dragon Lee with an ankle lock. In the ring, CM Punk again addresses Rollins and Reigns and says he works with children, and while this is personal for them, it's business to him. He also says that he brought them into this business and he cannot wait to be the one to take them out of it. And in the main event, Braun Baker defeated Penta by DQ to retain the Intercontinental title after he's attacked by Dominic. After the match, the rest of Judgment Day attack, and it's Finn Balor who stands tall at the end. Sticking with WWE but switching brands, let's go over to Beer for a round of NXT, followed by Evolve.
Right, what's good? This is your NXT review, and we're going to start off NXT with Stephanie Vaquer pulling off double duty by firstly defending the NXT Women's Championship against Jada Parker in a very good match. With a little bit of interference by Fatal Influence, Stephanie retains with the cradle after a little bit of interference by Jordan Grace. Jada tried to attacked Grace following the match. Fatal Influence and also injure Stephanie Vaquer's ribs. Damn you, women. Javon Evans is there again, trying to speak to Trick Williams after a recent attack by Dark State. Trick still being a bit of a biatch and wants nothing to do with Javon, but mean. Then Vic Joseph has a sit down with Ricky Saints. Saints talks about how people have had a head start and how they've upped their game since he has arrived to NXT, to be interrupted by Shawn Spears. Spears said he had the chance to join the culling. Said if Starks fails in NXT, he can't go back because he burned too many bridges. Bit of an AEW dig there by Mr. Spears. And then Hank and Tank talk about last week's loss and to be seen by the Motor City Machine Guns, giving them a bit of a motivation ahead of their match against Tyson DuBont and Tyreek Igwe. Decent match. Tyson and Tyreek pick up the win after Wesley distracted the referee. There we go, Javon Evans facing Alexis King for the Heritage Cup. This is a very good match. Never boring when Javon's involved. King retains after the fall from Grace powerbomb by Obafemi on the apron with a count-out win. Still trying to protect Javon. Doing a decent job out. Before Oba goes to attack Evans, Dark State are seen on the way to the ring. Trick Williams comes out and trick shots Javon Evans out of the ring. I got a big feeling. I think the leader of Dark State is going to be Trick Williams. And I'll tell you what, I'm down for it. Put the NXT title on Trick as well. Next up, we have Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. Finally, face Splash Legend and Jakar Jackson after a confrontation earlier. Good match. Gigi and Tatum win with the cemetery driver. As they go to TNA on Thursday, they will face Hash and Heather by Elegance. Can't see them winning. And I think it's gonna be a good match. Looking forward to it. Tony D'Angelo is speaking to Stax after the last week's attack by Dark State. Tony always believes in Stax as the underboss and always trusts him. Stax says he can always trust him as well. So I got a big feeling it's gonna be a swerve in this. I think Stax is gonna turn on Tony D, and I think it's gonna be the start of a Stax heel turn. Please. Next up, Ethan Page faces Andre Chase after a little bit of a confrontation backstage when Page disrespected two of the former Chase U students. Before Page even gets introduced, Ricky Saints walks straight past him during the commentary table. Saints makes a comment about Shawn Spears, saying there's another Canadian that hates him. Adam Copeland reference, by the way. Good match. Page wins within 10 minutes with a twisted grin, and then Spears jumps Saints after the match, and we get confirmation that next week Shawn Spears will defend the NXT title against Ricky Saints. Bit annoyed, I would have had that match as stand and deliver. At this point, Saints will get his moment. In the main event of the night, sees Stephanie Vaquer defending the NXT North American Women's Championship against Fallon Henley in a banger. This was a great match. Stephanie retains with the SVB, even though she had injured ribs. Fallon's great. I think it's time for her to go to the main roster. Take JC Jane with you. Put him with Kiana James. Reunite Fatal Influence. Jasmine Nix needs more improvement. Stephanie is on another level right now. She's on Rhea, Toni Storm, and Cirie levels right now. Fatal Influence attack Stephanie after the match. It's been interrupted to be saved by Jordan Grace. And after when they beat the crap out of Fatal Influence, we got Jordan and Stephanie have a bit of a face-to-face right at the very end. It looks like it's going to be the stand and deliver main event. Please sign me up for that. That match is going to be fucking great. And show ends all the women arguing backstage about who faced Stephanie for the Women's North American title next. There was a few there. There was Lola Vice. There was Cora Jade. There was also Kalani Jordan. Why has Kalani Jordan not been on television? No idea why. Ava says she will make a decision and who will face Stephanie Vaquer next for the Women's North American title. Though this was a great show. This was better than last week's utter snooze fest. Because I don't criticize NXT that much as I used to. Remember, I did survive 2.0. As much as 2.0 was garbage, But last week was another snooze fest. Tonight had better. There was better wrestling tonight. Very good action. Anyway, we're next gonna go and get Evolved. Right, what's good, people? This is Beer. This is your WWE Evolve review round. So anyway, we're going to get into it. So we kick off Evolve with Ava speaking to Stevie Turner and Chewy Martinez about an announcement, but Stevie has absolutely zero idea what it's about. They get to the ring. Chewy makes the announcement that Stevie Turner is the new general manager of Evolve, to the disgust of Robert Stone. So on commentary, we have the opening match of the night seems Sam Holloway to take on Wolfgang from Gallus. Sam looks a real beast. The guy was bullied as a child, but now he bullies people. Love that gimmick. It's gonna so get over. Sam is in control most of the match. Wolfgang picks up the win, but it's a bit surprised. Obviously, I thought Gallus would be putting over some of the younger talent. And then before the match even started, we then had another confrontation between Keanu Carver and Harlem Lewis. This match must happen, please, for Christ's sakes, make the match. And next up we have Kendall Gray taking on Zara Zaka. Now, I'm a fan of both these ladies. Kendall's great. Zara is the petty powerhouse, as her name is. I enjoyed this match. Very good match. Kendall picks up the win. She taps out Zara, I believe, after about 6 minutes or so. Kylie comes out. Smiley Kylie comes out to help Zara. But we see the bear that Wendy Chu left for Kylie. Note was actually taken, remember, by Zeta Steele, who we've still yet to see wrestle. Come on, Christ's sakes. And then next week we do have the match. Wendy Chu against Kylie Ray. That will be a banger, by the way. Next up, we have Hayes Jameson and Calix. Jessica Carl. Oh, man, bad throat. Facing Aria Bennett and Layla Diggs. Short match, decent match. Diggs pins Calix. Jessica Carl. After Hayes not coming to help her partner. Calix walks away from Hayes. Jessica Carl. And Bennett and Diggs looked very good together. They looked a very, very decent tag team. Then we get the main event of the night. See Super Short Legacy taking on a former Evolve champion, which turns out to be former NXT star Timothy Thatcher. Now, this was a banger of a main event. Legacy looked impressive after winning the first ever main event of Evolve. Thatcher still looked great. Legacy picks up the win with the reverse fireman's carry into a cutter. Looked very smooth. A sick little finisher, to be fair. Thatcher gave a little sarcastic clap to Legacy. It's impossible just be Thatcher just being Timothy Thatcher. Swipe right. My new favorite tag team. We were in the VIP lounge. It comes to the ring, confronts Shawn Legacy to be aided by Jack Cartwheel and Cappuccino Jones. Ice Williams was about to go and help Swipe Right, but then he decides to join with Legacy, Cartwheel, and Jones. Fun again, 46 minutes. I enjoyed it. Very good show.
It's easy to be the best thing going today when the Kingpin is not in the building. But the moment that the Kingpin shows up, you just got moved all the way to the back of the line.
I am here to file a formal complaint against the Sisters of Minimum Wreckage. Okay? What happened last week was criminal. Absolutely criminal. I put my hard work and time into time. I ain't got no goddamn time. And these motherfuckers out here wasting it. And who let this happen? Who let them do this? Travis and Chris Reed. This motherfucker probably don't even read. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me started on Flex Murdoch. Did you hear? Did you hear what he said? He used a word that was racially disparaging. I won't repeat it here. I don't want to be offensive to anybody. It started with an N, and it ended with racism. This motherfucker is a part of the Confederacy. These people are down south. We can't let that look. I know some of y'all want to make Max Wrestling great again, but we can't stand for this. You know, who runs this organization? This is a formal complaint. We can't stand back and let things like this happen. That me, the Kingpin, me, baby, I took my time, a thing that I don't have any of, and I created the best promo I ever made in my life, and nobody got to see it. That is a crime. I want to speak to your manager, Max Wrestling. That's what the fuck I want. And then they sat in the car. That's gimmick infringement. I sit in the car. That's what the fuck I do. Look at this shit. I'm in the car right now. That's what I do. They can't copy me. You can't copy respect. I'm so stressed out. I think emotional damages have to be awarded. I don't know. I don't want to hurt Max Wrestling. I don't want litigation. I don't want to get lawyers involved because of gimmick infringement. Because motherfuckers sat in the car. I don't want to, I don't want to call a lawyer because, there was a bad racial slur used towards me. An African American, okay? I need compensation. Desi Lee, are you listening to me? Captain, I need compensation. £1. Now take it easy. I know you're British. But when I say £1, I mean 1 pound of flesh. And I'ma need it. Every fucking skin cell. Every fucking drop of blood. I want it all. I deserve it all. Travis at WrestleMania. Travis at Promomania. Travis, I'm coming to kick yo ass. I don't care if it's at WrestleMania. I don't care if it's at Promomania. I don't care where you are. I'm coming to fight you. It's going to be a fight. And I'm going to make you regret making me waste my time. Moses Marquez, you got off lucky. You got off lucky. That promo championship should be with me. But you know what? I'm going to be a new type of champion. I'm going to be a champion of kicking Travis Walker's ass. And while I'm at it, I'm going to slap Chris Reed too. And Flex Murdoch. Ain't nobody going to be able to save you. But I'm going to deal with you later. Because what you got to do is you got to grab the snake out the grass and cut the head off the snake. And Travis, he's the head of the snake. And you know what? When I'm done with you, you little bitch, you will finally live up to your name. Because when all these motherfuckers at Max Wrestling see what the fuck I do to you, the only thing they will call it is a travesty. Fuck y'all.
Thursday on Max. Predictions, recaps, trivia, and groundbreaking promos, and the occasional rant.
I'm going to say it again. Fucking Netflix.
Fucking Netflix.
You have known for months now that this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight was going to happen. You knew. You had more than enough time to get the infrastructure for your website ready to go.
Join us on the Max Wrestling Podcast every Thursday. Exclusively on YouTube and audio on all podcast platforms. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
We're kicking off show 3 of the Ring of Games with
there's no I in Dazzy, which is still a factual statement. Once again, each player will take turns to give answers to a category until one is left standing, but they cannot contain a chosen letter. And since this is round one, we're going to go alphabetically, so that starts with beer. This time we're looking for finishing moves without the letter E. You got 5 seconds starting now. There's an E in Stunner.
Oh, there isn't.
Stunner.
Yes, it is.
E.
Stunner.
And N-E-R. All right, Mo.
Frog Splash.
Yeah, nice. Beanie.
STF.
Yes. See, I suppose it was an STF finisher for Cena. Teddy.
DDT.
Yes. Mo. Three.
I got something for y'all ass.
One time.
Got nothing. Yep.
Beanie. Between you and Teddy.
That's hard.
Oh fuck! I just had one. Rock bottom.
Yep. Teddy.
BFT.
Yes.
Hey.
Beanie.
RKO.
Yeah.
Oh, we're using letters.
I can think of another one with letters too. Yeah. They changed the name, but it was the FU. Beanie. Four.
Come on,
Three.
Beanie.
Two.
Come on,
One. Time. Teddy almost gave it you.
Okay, edit
F5.
mine out. That's okay.
F5, yeah.
Please edit mine out.
Wait, what's the word? What's the letter can't be in there? No, what's
That's
the letter?
okay. You won.
Can't be
You
in
won
there.
that one. E.
Oh.
I was gonna say.
I was gonna say Shining Wizard. Shining Wizard.
Hey.
Black Widow.
Shots in there.
See what happens when the heat's off. All of a sudden, it comes to
Yeah, you think
it all comes in like
All right, point to Teddy in the first round. Round two is once again a team game, which means Teddy gets to pick his partner. This time it is Ring the Spiel.
What does that mean?
I'm going to give you a question in a foreign language. It is up to you and your teams to work out what it is and what the answer is. You do also get multiple choice answers.
Dude, I better speak English, let alone a foreign language.
I am definitely. Big most. He's in California.
Okay.
We can make this work.
So I'm going to give you a multiple choice question in a foreign language, and it is in German. I don't speak German, so if anybody German is listening, forgive my butchering of your language, please. Obviously, I'll give you the options too, so you got to work out what the question is and what the answer is. Okay. Question is: By welchem event debutiert Kane?
Okay.
A. Bus is blue. That sounds French, but B. Überlebend Ray. Or C. Kein Gnad.
Can you read the question again real quick?
Please.
I don't know about real quick, but I can read it again.
Yeah, just read it first.
By welchem event debutiert Kane?
This sounds more like French than German.
It
So
well,
definitely
I don't speak either, so the options are Bosses Bleu. That definitely sounds French. B. Überlebend Ray. Or C. Kein Gnad.
Teddy, when did Cam debut? What pay-per-view?
He debuted in Bad Blood.
Bio and Feeney, you can work this out too. It's first ones to get it right.
1997.
What were the answers one more time?
Bosses Bleu. Überlebend Ray. Or Kein Gnad. Again, apologies to anybody from Germany who might be listening.
Bosses Blue.
What's the question?
What he said it in German is what event did Kane debut? Bad Blood, Bosses Blue.
Bad Blue.
That's what you're going with? Okay. I will read out the question in English. At which event did Kane debut? A. Bad Blood. B. Survivor Series. Or C. No Mercy. You got it right. And it is Bad Blood.
Yes, sir.
This is what happens when you watch the Bundesliga.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
One of the smartest people.
Thankfully, there's only one question in that round because I'm not butchering many languages. So, straight into round three. No points for Beer and Feeney. Moses on 1, Teddy on 2. Okay. I like this one. Round 3 is, and the answer isn't. We're going to give Beer a multiple choice question. The option, one of the options is obviously correct. The other 3 will be written by his opponents. You get a point.
Don't choose me.
You get a point if you guess it right.
You're one of the opponents, man.
Yeah. If you choose the opponent's answer, they get the point.
I actually do want you to choose me then. Not gotten the message, though.
Too early in the morning for us Californians.
Okay, so the questions go into Moses, Feeney, and Teddy first. You message me back an answer to that question, and then Beer's got to find out which is the correct answer.
Hold on.
Oh.
Are we intentionally putting a wrong answer, or?
I'd be like, oh my God.
Well, you kind of want him to choose your answer, so you get the point.
Right.
So even if you do know the answer, try and make it obvious.
It's me. That's all I'm going to say. It's me.
KDP.
Hey, you ain't got to tell me. I know that's right. Right, Dad. You ain't got to say nothing. I know it's right.
There we go.
The Salem was right there on the side of him. He had on green.
Had on green.
Yep. Oh God. I know.
Okay.
This is definitely right.
Feeney, have you sent me an answer?
Doing it now.
Lord have mercy.
I guarantee Fiend probably know.
Fiend probably know the whole time.
I do.
You know too. No cap.
Okay, so
am I real?
Beer, I'm going to give you the question and the 4 possible answers. One of them is correct. The other 3 were written by your opponents.
Okay.
Which wrestler appeared in a wedding on an episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch in the year 2000?
You said wedding? Oh, bro.
Yeah. The answers are John Cena, Kevin Nash, Mr. Ass, or Billy Gunn. Again, 2 of those are the same person, but whichever one you go with.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, both of them exactly the same. So
yeah, but you don't know who wrote it. It could be the right answer. It could be written by your opponent.
It was Mr. Ass, wasn't he?
Mr. Ass and not Billy Gunn, just to be specific.
Oh, I'll go Billy Gunn then.
Okay.
I hate you.
He's like, nah, I'll go Billy
Gunn. He definitely picked it, but it's cool. It's cool.
All right, the correct answer is Billy Gunn. But if you had stuck with Mr. Ass, the point would have gone to Teddy.
Because I'm an ass man. Oh, sorry.
All right,
he
point
had
to
on
Beer.
green. He was right next to Salem. I remember that, but I didn't know they got me.
Salem was
okay, next one's from Mo. I'll send everybody else the question first.
Hey, that's bullshit, though.
So,
and Daddy was like, bro, that was some bullshit, Dad. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought he was going to stick with it.
Right? Me too. Shit. I was like, he's really going for it.
Okay. Just to be clear, if you don't know the exact answer, just put whatever you think Mo might choose as the answer.
Damn.
Cool.
I'm trying to tell him.
That's cool. I like the sound of that.
Trying to say, man.
All right, there's the question.
Oh, fuck! I don't think that's what it was, but I'm gonna say it because he probably gonna say it. Oh no! Wait, which one's that? That's not a pay-per-view. You said it's a pay-per-view?
So it's a Monday night.
Yeah.
Raw.
But even if you think it sounds like a pay-per-view, you can write it down and Mo might pick it.
It's not a fucking pay-per-view though.
That's straight out of Ready to Rumble. This isn't even a pay-per-view.
Yes, it is.
Dude, I can envision it now.
Yeah. With his little cardboard sign.
Oh, sorry.
It's not a pay per
Now
view,
I
but I
gotta watch.
know
Now I gotta watch.
it's not a pay per view. But I guarantee he might pick it.
All right. Beer, you got an answer? Oh yeah, you got it. Okay. Mo, the question is, at which ECW pay-per-view did the famous fans throwing chair in the ring incident happen in 1994? Now, one of them has sent the exact answer, so you've only got 3 options, and if you pick that, you both get a point.
Got you.
Is it Mass Transit, Barely Legal, or Hardcore Heaven?
One more time. Because I'm not
The
gonna lie,
the
you
full
threw me
question?
off with one.
The full question or just the options?
So just the answers.
Mass Transit,
I'm in.
Barely Legal, or Hardcore Heaven?
It's
I've been
6:49.
duped by this shit before. So I know it's not Mass Transit because that's homeboy that the New Jack damn near murdered or did murder, who I should say.
Damn, he did murder him. No, he didn't murder him. It took a while.
Yeah, it took a minute.
It took a year.
Murdered him slow. That was terrible. I'm going to hell. Hardcore Heaven?
You going Hardcore Heaven?
Yes. Fuck, I'm not even sure. No. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Hardcore Heaven is the right answer, and it's also the answer that Beer wrote, so you both get a point.
Oh, hey.
I know it wasn't mass transit, but
yeah, Teddy wrote Mass Transit.
Didn't it happen at that event?
Now,
though?
I know. Come on now. You don't think I watched
Did it not happen at? Did it happen at an ECW taper, or did it happen at a pay per view?
I don't
know. It was pay per view.
Mass Transit was just at a fucking random show in the fucking boonies.
Oh, that.
No, Mass Transit was not a random show.
Oh, that's right. No, that was when he beat the dog shit out of that like 70-some-year-old man.
Yeah, so it was Mass Transit was when he threw old boy off, and then they had the thing. But I remember seeing chairs in the ring. That's why
when
Transit.
he tried to kill old dude by throwing him off the scaffold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've sent everybody Feeney's question.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Again, you don't have to know the answer. No. Just put whatever you think he'll pick.
Oh,
bro,
it's very unlikely that anybody knows the exact answer to this.
Now we're fucking talking.
Well, am I gonna know the exact answer to this?
I definitely will.
No, I don't think anybody would, but hopefully the other clues are bad.
For real.
Oh, excuse me.
Bro, I don't. I'm trying to think, and I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that because I really feel like that's what it is, but I really don't want to say that.
Ooh, I gotta kill Wag.
Man, I love the Ring of Games.
I'm about to say this is so much fun. See, that's a good one right there because you just don't know. You just don't know. I'm even trying to think my damn self who can't do it. 8 minutes till I start yelling for no reason, y'all. Just a fair warning.
16.
The Halloween.
Alrighty, bam. That's the 16th.
Oh, all right.
Let's wait.
All right. The question is, who was officially the 16th person to join the NWO?
Official.
Now, two of your opponents have sent the same answer as the correct answer, which means this makes it very easy for you. You've got a choice between two. Is it Lex Luger or Randy Savage?
Y'all could not be more creative. I mean, I know I'm not that creative, apparently, but come on.
I
The
got
rest of y'all could be more creative.
And I got a feeling I'm going to pick the wrong one.
Yeah, so one of them is wrong. One of them has been said by two people and is the correct answer. So if you pick that, you all get a point.
I know for a fact it's the right answer.
You already know it, fam. You already know it, fam.
So either one person's getting a point or three
you
people
gotta
are getting a point.
You gotta think about Lex Luger, and you gotta think about the other person and when they both was in WCW.
I remember them both being in WCW, but I only remember
but
one
the
being in the
incarnation
NWO.
of the NWO.
I'm going to look up what number the other person is too.
I was about to say, I think they're mad close.
That's 20th.
22.
Okay.
No, 23 if you include the 3 cats in Japan.
I don't, but okay.
Well, you should.
I don't.
That's who I should have put. God bless America. I knew I should
What
have.
were the names again? Lex Luger and who?
Randy Savage.
Randall Savage.
Randall Keith Savage.
Definitely Randy Keith Savage.
Love you much, man.
Where the fuck's the table?
His name is not Keith. We just took that.
Oh, wait, there it is. There it is.
RKS.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Great. What do you got,
Oh
Feeney?
man, that was beautiful.
Come on, Feeney. Pull the dice, Feeney.
Pick the right answer. You know it.
I'm going to say Randy Savage.
Randy Savage was the 16th person to join the NWO. That is a point for you and a point for Moses and Teddy. You just robbed Beer of a point who said Lex Luger. Luger was the 25th member.
Yeah.
25th,
Little
guy.
later.
You gotta because look, you gotta remember. You gotta remember. Randy Savage came in when everybody was like getting in. Like they was getting in. There was a shock when Randy turned, but he was getting in when everybody was getting in. Lex Luger came when
it already had split into
with
2 different NWOs.
Exactly. That's exactly when he came. And he was NWO Hollywood or Black and White, whatever you want to call it.
Nah, he was red and black.
No. Lex Luger was red and black, but then he turned.
And to let you know, guys, we're all Bournemouth today.
Bournemouth.
Really?
All right, final question
we're doing
for
this
Teddy.
shit?
I'm sending it to
Okay, we're gonna
everybody
do
else.
this shit. Got it.
I
Got it, fam.
right now. So I'm gonna...
Got it, bruv.
My stomach hurt.
I'm gonna make somebody else's stomach hurt.
Beer, Mo, and Feeney, you got Teddy's question.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I hope I know this answer.
Got a good one.
I hope I know this answer.
Oh, jeez. So far, I got 2 great answers.
I've got a third.
I just hope everybody gets the answer right. That way it'll just be easy.
Oh, man. All of these answers are great, and I wish they were all the right answer. Okay.
So let me guess, they're wrong.
The question is...
one of them is wrong. Go ahead.
What was the name of Junkyard Dog's headbutt finisher? Dog poop.
Nope.
The thump.
No.
The noggin buster. Or doggy style.
It was thump.
The thump?
It wasn't, but it was a thump.
Yes, it was the thump. But the other 3 answers were... Beer said dog poop. Mo said the noggin buster.
You say dog poop.
And Feeney said doggy style.
He would. Doggy style.
Look, I'm not even going to get on Phoenix for saying doggy style. You know damn well it wasn't doggy style.
Oh, man. All right. Teddy is on 4. Everybody else is on 2. If Teddy wins this final round with the most points, nobody can catch him up in the final show.
Duh.
So we need somebody else to win this one for a chance to equalize with the last show.
Did I not just tell you I was going to win?
All right. Final round is, of course, rhyme time.
Y'all better win.
Remember, it's shout out. The answers must rhyme with each other. First question is tag team of Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne and a legendary face-painted tag team.
Boom, Legion of Doom.
Yes. Point to Feeney.
Good shit.
And that's the one.
Good shit. Because I was at Air Room. I'm glad.
Question 2. First name of a basketball legend that appeared in an Andre the Giant Battle Royal and a former NWA Women's Champion.
Damn, Shaquille O'Neal. And
Just the first name has to rhyme with the other answer.
Oh, Shaquille Camille.
Yes.
There you go.
Shaquille Camille.
Win. Uh-huh.
I was thinking about
Ah,
Kareem.
Meal.
I was thinking Kareem for some reason.
All right. Only Feeney can stop Teddy from winning with the next two questions because it's 5-3. Third question. Former ring name of Viscera and an object which wrestlers are often slammed through.
Maple table. Win.
Oh,
Like I
yes.
said,
Teddy got it.
I win.
Whoa!
Let's go. Let's go.
That was a tie.
I win. I win.
Okay, I'll give Beaver points too. All right. Final question. A popular finishing move and the former ring name of Jackson Riker. The answers rhyme with each other.
Gunner Stunner.
Yes.
Yes.
However,
I was gonna say super kick, big old dick, but all right.
Tell him, guys.
Oh, Jackson, right? Fuck happened?
Go ahead, tell him, guys.
Teddy won the final round and has won all 3 shows. Well, tied the second one, but which means Teddy has won the Ring of Games Cup, but we're going to do show 4 next week anyway, just for fun.
All right, cool.
Here I stand, a champion without a championship. Blade Rodriguez, congratulations. You are now Mr. TV. And as much as it took me a year and a mental breakdown to finally get that belt back, to then lose it after 2 months, I'm not going to do the predictable thing and immediately challenge you to a rematch like you did. I'm going to let you enjoy your reign. Because like I said, I want to see your star continue to rise, Blade. I'm a fan of yours. But if you're still champion at, let's say, Promo Slam, I'll come back for my crown. But right now, I have bigger fish to fry. Mr. Feeney. Saw your little promo last week. Your grand reveal over why you turned on me. Not quite as theatric as my explanation for turning on Beer last year, but point taken. Are you seriously telling me that you waited 3 years? Wow. That's what this is about? I beat you 3 years ago and then cost you the TV title against that guy? Wow, and I thought I knew how to hold a grudge. You know what? You want all-out war at Promo Mania, that's exactly what you're going to get. So, I guess that means we don't have much time to talk at Promo Mania. It's going to be more physical. That's fine. But I do feel like we both have a lot to say to each other. So, I think maybe we should meet face to face before Promo Mania. Air out all the dirty laundry. So how about next week? I'll meet you on an even playing field. And we can get it all off our chest before the war. Now you see, people, just because Skype screwed us doesn't mean you weren't going to get to see my pretty face.